What is up, babies? Welcome back to the show. I am Koki, your host. This is something to bitch about, where we sit down and talk about the things that's going on in society. We weigh in on should it have happened? Like, could it have happened a different way? No, I'm lying. We don't care about any of that bullshit. We're just here to talk shit, bitch about it, and just hang out. We bitch, it's a party. Not really, but it sounded cool when I was thinking it. Anyways, this week we're gonna talk about the protests up in Quakertown, PA, aka the Quake. Shouts out to the priestess. What up, though? Anyways, bear with. So today's conversation, like I said, we're in Quakertown, where it's a high school walkout that just shit went off the rails. Things went sideways. They had multiple arrests and a community wide debate about the safety and police response and all this other stuff. Now, before we get into this, I'm letting you know, because last time I tried to stay impartial, but I guess I leaned more one way than I did the other. I don't really give. I'm not gonna say I don't give a shit, but I had some strong opinions. We got to bitch about it. But this week we're gonna try to make it. We're gonna try to keep it neutral. All right, God damn it. We're not gonna take any sides. This isn't about pro police or anti police, and it's not about pro protest and anti protest. It's about talking about what happened, how it went down, who's asking what questions, and like why did this shit kick off and go sideways like it did to begin with. Now, with that being said, let's get into it, babies. So on February 20th, there was a school walkout. It's about 35 students from a community high school, Quakertown Community High School. That just sounds Quakish. So they had they were like, hey, we're gonna do a protest, we're gonna walk out, and the school was like, no, don't do it, because like just don't fucking do it. Now, before we get into that, like, the new norm is for kids to just walk out of class. Now, I know when I was in school and we was like, oh, we're gonna protest and walk out of here. No, the fuck you not. Sit your bitch ass down. Fuck. All right, I'm sorry. I mean, that was it. But now these motherfuckers got, I got a voice and I got an opinion, and that's good and all. But like I always say, there's always a time and a place. I'm guessing that day wasn't the time or the place. But anyway, here we go. So now, regardless of where somebody stands politically, student protests are not, they're not new in history. Like, it happened before, but it wasn't like a big thing until recently. Like, I never knew that they did this shit before, but apparently, like, in the past, like in the 60s and 70s, just like, screw this, man, I'm out, you job ass turkey. And they just went and did whatever, because different time, I guess. Now, so they were saying, hey, we're gonna do a protest, we're gonna walk out, we're gonna do this, that, and the other, and the school was like, no, the fuck you're not. Don't do it. Like, we're telling you, for safety concerns and like general population concerns, don't pull that bullshit. Guess who did what? The students did it anyway. So, despite, the school had already canceled it, and they told the family member, like, they called out and told the family members, hey, these little fuckers are trying to protest. We're canceling it. We're not allowing that shit to happen. But despite that, they did it anyway, and they was marching along a nearby roadway. Now, with that being said, like, when you're in school and you're like, I'm gonna protest, the teachers are like, look, motherfucker, sit your punk ass down and go back to class, or sit your bitch ass down and start disrupting my class. That's like your quote unquote safe space. When shit pops off, the school can be like, hey, nah, no sir, we're not doing that bullshit, and then that'd be the end of it. But once you leave the school and start taking that shit on the road, You're on your own. Guess who's coming? Johnny motherfucking Law. So cops were called, and I mean, again, I'm not picking a side, but you planned it. Yes. School told you don't do this bullshit because of safety concerns. Yes. You did it anyway. Yes. So, you kind of can't blame the school or the cops for showing up because, it's their job. Now, also, with that being said, when the cops showed up, they were, fucking, you gotta be smart about this shit, y'all. So when the cops came, students were entering traffic and creating unsafe roadway conditions. Like they were, I guess, blocking traffic or just being assholes in the middle of the fucking road, being kids, some people will say, but if you should be old enough to know, bitch, don't play in traffic. That's what they teach you, this shit as a 4, 5, 6 fucking years old. Don't go play in traffic. So Johnny Law shows up and starts issuing warnings. Hey, get out of the road. Hey, stop blocking traffic. Hey, go back to class. Go back to school. Get the fuck out of here. Nobody, none of them were listening. So this, again, I wasn't there, but I'm going off of the data that I collected. I said data, that means it's official. If it was data, then it would be some bullshit. So, so the police started issuing warnings, and then they claimed that the students were disruptive, and they were, like I said, planning traffic, holding up traffic, making unsafe conditions for everybody out there. Now, at this point, when the protesters do shit like this and they start causing risks and hazards to everyday people and themselves because they're planning traffic and holding up traffic and just being disruptive little shits and disobeying police orders, then basically, law enforcement is tasked with preventing injuries and restoring order in those situations. And that's what happened. Now, the fucked up part, the quote-unquote controversial part, is how it went down, because there's a video of Police Chief Scott McElree, and he shows up. He's playing off-duty, plain clothes, doesn't announce himself. He just gets out, and then he just fucking he pretty much UFCs this little girl to the ground. He's choking her the fuck out, take her down, bam. And it's on camera. You can see the video. It's out there. And there's people who's like, oh, that's fucked up. That's bullshit. Because some people are saying that he used excessive force because it's a minor. Or he used excessive force because she didn't really fight back. He just walked up and went balls to the wall. And people are bitching about the use of what appears to be a chokehold technique. I've been there. I worked corrections for 3 years, so I've been there. And they're saying that he was the police chief. He should have been in uniform. Motherfucker, he's off duty. I don't know about you, but when I'm not at work, I don't like to wear work clothes. But then again, I work from home, so a t-shirt and gym shorts are my work clothes for the day. Yeah, bazinga. Nah, shut up. So anyway, there's people out there who's focusing on that. They're taking the kid side, the civilian side. The police showed up hot and they were, over aggressive right out the gate, and they should have talked to the kids more and try to de-escalate the situation and this, that, and the other. That could have been one route. But then there's another group of people out there saying, hey, what happened to cause the cops to do what they did? Because one, these fuckers are already playing out in traffic and holding up traffic and protesting and causing a threat to the general population, the general public, with their antics. So before the video kicked off, what were they doing? Were they physically resisting the cops, trying to get them out the road? Or were they actively ignoring the orders from the cops to go back to school, to stop the protests, to not be a bunch of shitheads? I mean, did the students recognize the plainclothes individuals to begin with? Because in some towns, even if you see a motherfucker that's not on duty, you know who they are. Like, that's just how it is sometimes. And it's like a whole national debate now of who's in the wrong, who was right, who should have did what should have happened instead of what really happened. And I mean, at the end of the day, it's a toss up. You kind of bring these things on yourself because, one, again, you should have your little ass in school. Now, I'm not saying don't speak out against the shit you stand against, and don't use your voice. Don't not use your voice to bring awareness to stuff, because in this day and age, everybody's got a platform, me included. You're here. Everyone's got a voice because of free speech. And my thing is, my personal motto, and people have proven this right so many fucking times, is you have the right to free speech, and you have a voice, but just because you have free speech doesn't mean you should be able to use it anytime you want, because one, it makes you look and sound absolutely fucking ridiculous. Two, people use said free speech and their free train of thought to oppress or repress or just fucking bring down other people. And it's not a racial thing, it's not a political thing, it's just people being assholes. That's what it comes down to. Like, I don't really give a shit about politics. I don't give a shit about race. I just call people out for being absolute douche canoes. And I would tell a person, you fucking bellend, you stupid fucking twat, stop being such a piece of shit. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're a guy or a girl, man or woman, white, black, Asian, Mexican. I don't care. I don't care if you support the Reds or the Blues or the Grays or the Autobots or the Decepticons. I don't fucking care. If you're a piece of shit, you're just a piece of shit. It doesn't matter your religion or your backstory or, your thought process. You're just an asshole. And I will be there to tell you you're an asshole. It's that simple. But I digress. But you get the goddamn point. So anyway. So now, again, it's showing about one major thing was because the chief of police was in his plain clothes. Some people question if they knew who he was at the time, and that matters because if you're in plain clothes, again, not everybody knows who you are. But then again, like I said, some people know you. Oh, I've seen this motherfucker around before. He's a cop, but he's just off duty. But even if you're the chief of police, when you go through training, whether you're on duty or not, they teach you to announce yourself. Like, hey, such and such and such police department, whether you're on duty or off duty. I could be wrong, but what I was taught when I was in law enforcement was, whether you're on duty or off duty, you always keep your badge on you. Always. And on top of that, if need be, announce yourself with said badge. And I would imagine that this would be one of those if need be situations. Now, your boy came in and he was just like throwing, boom, get on the ground, bitch. Now, if the little fuck trophies had made it get escalated to a point to where he had no other choice but to do that, because again, they were in traffic and causing like disturbances to the general public, and he was just sick of the bullshit, then yeah, look, motherfuckers, you little bitches are getting the fuck out of hand. You were told numerous times to stop this shit, and you didn't listen. You were told numerous times to fuck off, and you didn't listen. So now, I got a UFC a bitch. Again, I've been there. But at the same time, I've also been on the other side to where, look, motherfuckers, I'm telling you, such and such and such and such. And then eventually we worked it out, and only words were exchanged, not chokeholds. But at the same time, I choked somebody out. That shit was fun. Don't judge me. Now, high stress moments. In high stress moments, you have to make everything clear and concise to where they can de-escalate and or escalate the situation. And since he just like pulled up and went to work, went straight up, started handing out smackdowns on everybody, people were saying that was, oh, he was wrong, he was in the wrong, he didn't announce himself, this, that, and the other. We can't trust this guy anymore because if that's how he's going to treat the children. I mean, but at the same time, if the children are out there protesting and it's supposed to be peaceful, but it's not, then, hey, fuck them kids. I mean, I'm not taking his side or her or the kids' sides. I'm just saying, if you go out to protest and it's supposed to be peaceful, but it's not, then you have to deal with the consequences of the shit that you've brought upon yourself. If you're out there holding up traffic and causing a disturbance to the general public, you have to be ready to accept the consequences of said actions. Now, if you're out there like peaceful protesting and you're not bothering anybody, you're just doing your little chants and your mantras and holding up your signs and whatnot, and then it's like, I'm fucking with you, then yeah, you have, look, bitch, I didn't touch you. I'm not fucking with people out in the general public. I'm literally over by myself with my group. We over here fucking chanting and singing and doing our thug thizzle. We not hurting nobody. That's a different story. But if you're out there fucking running through traffic and holding up traffic and causing disturbances, and you call it a peaceful protest, but if it's anything but that, then you got to pay the piper, baby. I wasn't there. I don't know. All I know is it started out, quote unquote, as a peaceful protest, and somewhere along the way, shit went sideways and it went off the rails. Now, several students were taken into custody, and the DA's office launched a review of the incident. The people in the community, they're like, hey, we want transparency. We want to know what the fuck happened, when the fuck it happened, who said what, how, like, they want the skinny, the scoop, the nitty gritty. They want body cam footage. They want clarification of use of force policies. They want clear communication and timelines of what the fuck happened, why the fuck it happened, why this shit went off the rails. These motherfuckers want to know. They need to know. And I get it, because as a parent and you find out that your kid got hemmed up and arrested, motherfucker, what did you do? I didn't do anything. The kids. I didn't do nothing. He did it to me. Okay, bitch. Well, I need to know the fucking truth before I figure out whose ass I'm about to whoop. So, that whole transparency thing and the body footage, and I need to know what the fuck happened and who did what and said what. I get it. Because as a parent, I've been there. Like, kids come home and be like, such and such did this and said that. Such and such did this and said. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you do? I didn't do nothing. And then I go and do some digging. Come to find out, oh, well, did they tell you what they did? Did they tell you what they said? Like, no. Little asshole didn't tell me that. They only said one fucking side of the story to keep themselves out of trouble. So, I mean, it's in human nature. And by human, I mean kids. And sometimes those little motherfuckers aren't even human. They're monsters. Absolute demons. Now, the bigger conversation to this whole situation is, it's not just about what happened up in the Quake, because this is happening countrywide. Like, more and more schools are having students march out against ICE and I get the protest. What the fuck is the protest even gonna do? This is me personally, not like from a his side, her side, A side, B side, blue side, red side standpoint. Me personally, I'm asking, what the fuck is the point of the protest? Because not only are you missing class, but for fucking what? I'm gonna go protest ICE. Motherfucker, you're protesting ICE, but they're not even there. They're nowhere near where you are right now. So you're just walking down the street screaming for no fucking reason with signs. And I get the fact that you want to raise awareness of it all and whatnot. I get that. But at the same time, like, they're not there. You're protesting against something that's not even in your general fucking area. That's like me saying I'm going on a Skittles strike because I don't like the green pack. So fuck that. I'm gonna go out and hold up. Don't talk to the fuck. I'm not gonna go and talk to Skittles directly or somebody who can do something about it directly. No, I'm just gonna go out there and scream and hold up a sign and say, "Don't buy green Skittles. Don't buy sour Skittles." What the? That's, to me. That's what that's. It's like almost the same thing. Like, I get that you don't like ICE and you don't like the shit that they're doing because the country's been going to shit on both sides, red and blue. And I get that people are sick of the shit that ICE are doing. I get it. But at the same time, you can protest. Like, you can have your anti-ICE. I'm not for ICE. I'm not. I don't support any of that political bullshit. I'm over here just chilling with my tropical Skittles and my Japanese green tea and my PS5, bitch. I'm over here vibing, doing my thug thizzle. But I understand the concept of the protests to raise awareness of the shit ICE is doing to everyday people, not just the immigrants. But again, I don't see the point of the protest of to where you're going to protest ICE, but they're not even around to see and or hear your protest. You're not like there to have a fucking an open quorum. You're not there having a mass debate with members of ICE. Is like, well, you motherfuckers need to stop doing this. Okay, well, cool. We didn't know you felt this way. Like, like a town hall or some shit. But then again, maybe I'm thinking outside the box. I don't know. That's just my little something to bitch about. Again, because I get the protest. I understand it. I understand why you're protesting. I just don't understand why you're protesting. It's paradoxical. Like, I get the need for it, but do we need it? Is it really working? Is it doing anything other than just like making a lot of noise? I mean, maybe we're not making enough noise. That might be it. Maybe if like something actually came from it, I would see the point of it, but I don't know. And I'm not saying, to stop your fucking protesting because it's not working. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, me personally, just this guy, I get why you want to protest to raise awareness, but I don't understand the point of the protest if it's not gonna do anything to change anything. But like I said, maybe you're not protesting loud and hard enough. I don't know. Maybe if we like do like France and like flip a car 3 and get some topless women out there holding signs, because France knows how to throw a fucking protest. Those motherfuckers they'll go to town with the protest. You need to take a page out their book. Like, holy shit. I mean, you don't have to flip the car, but the second part, if you want to have them out there, then anyway. So, questions that have come up because of these protests, because of this situation is, how should the school manage activism from the students? Or, like, at what point does a protest become public safety issues? Because apparently that's what happened, and that's why the cops came in hot the way that they did. What is proportional force when minors are involved? I mean, look, yeah, they're minors, but again, if they're causing a public disturbance, you made the adult decision to go protest, so you have to get these adult consequences. And that's not just because of this is life in general. Fuck the protest. Fuck the whole, oh, well, you said that because, I'm not saying shit because of shit. What I'm saying is, if you make an adult decision to do something, bitch, you gotta accept these adult consequences. That's it. Just cut and dry. And that's for anything and everything. I don't give a fuck if you're male, woman, like I said, boy, girl, blue, red, gray, purple Skittles or green Skittles, motherfucker, I don't care. You made the choice. So now you have to choose, even though it's not going to be a choice for you, to accept these responsibilities and consequences. It's that simple. So, like, I don't know. It's just ridiculous how, one, it went down, and two, how, like, everybody's, like, every time I get on the internet, there's always some big fucking thing, and people are divided like a motherfucker. Like, we used to be divided before, but like now, holy shit, I swear to God, it's every few days there's something new, and every incident it's like split. I don't want to say split down the middle, but these motherfuckers get passionate in their debates, like name calling and motherfucker, you should have been you, or let me be out there and I'll show you how it's done. And like, holy fuck, like whatever. So with that being said, what matters most in this world is clarity. Well, one of the things moving forward with this situation, not the world, I'm sorry, fuck the world. In this situation is clarity. You need to be clear about the timeline. You need to be clear about who did what. You have to be clear about the policies and the decision making and the accountability of everybody involved, not just the kids, or not just the police, not just the police chief. Everybody who fucking had a hand in this shit. Hey, we're watching. Now, I'll keep an eye out for if anything else pops up. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm hoping shit hits the fan even more because this is pretty fucking interesting. I didn't even realize this until like the day before yesterday, but here we are. Now, if you appreciate this, I hope you do because I appreciate you sons of bitches. Drop some likes, drop some comments, drop some other topic ideas, and let us know in the comment section. Hopefully, please, motherfucker, please. What do you think needs to happen, and who do you think needs to answer for what went down? Until then, I'm Koki. Come back next time, and hopefully we'll have even more stuff to bitch about. Deuces, baby.